They're 100% behind us. Couldn't make it without them.
Y'all can cut it down real quick. Yes, I see you hell one of you stupid bastard.
They'll choke you or anything.
Yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna fight the hell out of them. Is what we're gonna do. We're gonna be here.
When I started working for Pittston Coal Company in 1946, we didn't have what we have today by negotiating through the years. We have got health benefits. We had a pension plan set up. We had vacation with pay. Well, we come a long ways back in the 30s. When it was just what we call a yellow dog union.
You know, as a union person, they usually say, my father was a coal miner, he was with the union, I was, my son is. What's happening to the children in this community?
Yeah, I worked to the coal mines, I still do. I still talk union. I talk union to my children. I'm proud of what Johnny L. Lewis and our leaders have done for us and Richard Trumpkin. I'm proud that they haven't given in to what they're trying to do. Paul Douglas and them took my health benefits away from me and these other miners. Figured they'd take the benefits away from us, put pressure on our negotiation team and make them get on their knees and beg. Use us for a bargaining council. That's what they figured they'd do. And I talked union to my people, to my children. They're union themselves, although my children left some of them and not even going to mines. I don't want them going to coal mines. It's this way they're going to do us. I have a son. He knows union, and he respects the union because the union put him in school, put clothes on his back, food on the table.
Miners have a different, in our area in particular, have a different version of what job security is, and this is one of them. Coal, you don't manufacture coal. You go out in the mountains, you either take it off the top of the ground or you go into the mines and you dig it out. And when you dig it out, that's it. You don't come back and make more. I mean, you go to another place, you move. Okay, here in Southwest Virginia where we mine, we have a mountain here. You go in there and you shaft into there and you dig all the coal that's out of there and it's all gone. We're in a factory where you set up a building here and you build it. And you bring your products in and you make them. When coal mines, when you're mining it out, you move over, after you do this, you move over here to this mountain. You get all the coal out of here. All right, here's the problem on job security, what we're talking about. When you mine this mountain out of this coal seam, you get all of it. Well, see, the company owns all this land over here and all this land back in here too. So they move from this place over here to where there's more coal. What they want to do is just forget about these people that's been here for 20, 30 years, worked all their life right here in the coal and got this done, and they've opened up another mines over here. They want to forget about these folks and go out and hire new people here. All we want is a sheriff opportunity for these folks that's worked for 20, 30 years to come over here at the same place and having their rights here to have a job over here as well.
I mean, how long can Pittston Company stay here without the backing of the community?
You suggested that we don't have the community support. I don't suggest that that's accurate. Employment in the coal fields was declining. Counties were already suffering hardships with double-digit unemployment rates. The old ways of the UMWA contract had not worked. So I'm not, and now with the opportunity for increased employment under our contract, we've met the union's needs. We've offered increased wages, increased pensions, modern health plans. I'm not going to accept the suggestion that the community is not supporting it. Possibly the community is frustrated at the strike going on, that it hurts everyone. But I didn't call the strike. So I don't agree with the position that the community is directing their frustration at us.
You know what we talked about the other day? Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let's show that because some folks are a little upset, let's do what Cesar Chavez told us. All right, here we go. While I'm on that, the train went by a while ago, and I heard some people booing and whatever. Keep in mind that unless we're picking them out, which, okay, that's a union crew, and they've given us several letters and support, and money and food, so always remember that. They're there with us, too.
You talk about what Camp Solidarity is all about.
Really, it's a morale booster to the men here in the involved with Pittston. You know, you see other miners taking their time to leave their families to come down and join us and be a tourster of this fine part of southwestern Virginia to visit and show their support, you know, towards us.
If we lose this battle with Pittston Coal Company, all these people I'm talking about will suffer. And if labor does not rise up, and I'm not talking about United Mine Workers, we're here. Hell, we don't need to rise up, we already have. If labor does not rise up, and I'm not saying union labor, I'm saying if labor does not rise up against the companies and the government who are in cohorts together, if we don't do it, this country is going back to like it was in the 20s.
I remember when John L. Lewis, back yonder in the 1930s, come to Clinchfield, which was Clinchfield Coal Company at Clinchfield, Virginia, where Moss Street preparation plant. They walked the streets over there in about 1934, 33 along there, and everything. And they organized. And we come from nothing to something. And you can bet your life that us miners, with our union leaders, is not going to fold up hands and give up our union and go back to the 30s. We're not going to do it. And all we ask them is for job security. In other words, if I worked for Pittston 18 years and they shut this mine down, if they open another mine over here, let me go to work in that mine. Put me on a panel instead of hiring a man off the street that don't even know nothing about the mines. But that's what they want. I know mining. When you'd rather hire a man that can run a cut machine or a long wall that had 15 years experience, and to cut him off because 15 more years he's going to retire and hire him out off the street, you got to train him through all the situations again. And I can go right in there and start producing coal for you. That don't make sense. And I worked for them, and I done everything that I could to make money for the company. Because I know if I didn't make money for the company, they didn't need me. And I done that. I give them my life. Then they just throw me out. That hurts.
Now you'll get told that your useful days are over unless you accept more danger and less dignity, more coal dust and lung disease and less health care. Profits up, wages down, workers abandoned. More than your salary is at stake. Your heritage and your dignity is at stake. You must not go back.
We're fighting for our families, we shall not be moved. Fighting for our families, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's planted by the water, we shall not be moved. We shall not be, we shall not be moved. We shall not be, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's planted by the water, we shall not be moved.
Coal company promised me health benefits for life if I'd work for them. They took it away from me. I ain't getting it. All right, as years go along, my health gets worse and worse. I ain't going to be able to pay my hospital bills. I won't even go to a doctor now because the way the situation's set up. The union is paying my hospital bills where Pittston is supposed to pay them. Union will not forsake their members. They'll stand by them regardless. I've been in it too long to know. They stood by me. They've helped me when I was down there. I've never come to my leaders and said, fellas, I need a little help. They say, Harry, we'll do what we can do for you. They always come out on top with me. And the way they're going now, my health gets worse and everything. If they bust our union, they're not paying no royalty into our union, my pension's going to be gone. My black loan's going to be gone. I ain't going to be drawing nothing but Social Security. Social Security ain't going to pay my bills. I'm going to have to go on welfare. I'm going to have to go on Medicaid to get help some way or another. And if the United Mine Workers don't stand together, which we stand together, this has made us strong. Stronger than it was before we come out. Everybody's coming together in unity. We love each other and everything. And I hope and pray that the organized labor in the United States will see what is taking place and come out and say, give them their contract and we'll go back to work, because they're going to be next.
Some of the frustration, some of the anger that the union is experiencing is not because of Pittston. It's because of the problems that the union is experiencing in the market. They always haven't worked. Their employment is at an all-time low. Union mines are closing weekly. You know, the union is losing like 4,000 to 5,000 members a year. Mines closing, while they see the non-union side of the industry tripling its output.
I saw the union organized in my hometown as a child, and took a lot of sweat and a lot of blood and a lot of fighting. But I don't think it created the turmoil that this has. I saw the union strong initially after we were able to organize, but I never have in 43 years seen a union as strong as it is now. I've never in my lifetime seen a union 100% together with solidarity as it now exists. It's just unbelievable. I don't know of another union in this nation that is so solid together as United Mine Workers. And I feel like we have support of all the unions of this nation because they see the start of the decline of unionism in our federal government back with the controllers, the air controllers, the traffic controllers. And that was one way of starting it, but we have seen the light since then. We're not going back. We intend to stand. It may cost us, but we're prepared to pay the price. I was in service 2 years for the country, to defend the country, and I feel like this is just as important to defend our communities against the powers of these coal companies to take back over and put us back on a minimum wage, and we'd be living right back in company houses and everything be controlled by the company. Yes, I have 2 daughters.
Do you have 2 daughters? They still live in this area too? Or?
Yes, they live close by. Of course, they were brought up as coal mining people. All of my people are coal miners.
Uh-huh.
My dad was a coal miner all of his life, and I have 3 brothers that's coal miners. 2 of my brothers took a foreman's job right near the end before they retired. But they still patronize the union. They feel like without the union, they wouldn't have made anything as foremen.
Right.
Unionism is good for everybody.
Right.
I don't know why people can't see that.
What do you think this is doing to the families, to the coal mines?
I think it's a drawing families closer together because they're in a struggle to fight for what they think is just and right. You know, as a Christian, of course, first of all in my life comes serving the Lord. That's first and foremost in my life. But in studying the Bible, I find that you need to stand for what is just and right. You know, when we read about the crucial days of the prophets and Jesus Christ and how that he was treated such as we are, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We feel like it's just and right to stand for what's right. And I suppose the same thing here. I don't see any end in sight. Our men are prepared to stay as long as it takes. Me, I could stay the lifetime. You know, I could still be there when I pass on. I'm prepared to stay the length of it. And well content to stand with the union. If it takes all that I've saved down through the years, we're standing for a principle. I hope our leaders will see what we're standing for.
What are the major issues do you find, since you've been there for 43 years and you've been through the whole process?
I don't think the major issue is wages. I think the major issues is what we struck on. Was not a strike for benefits, just what the sign says at all the entrances, you know. We weren't unhappy with the wages. It's the conditions and the way that the company has treated their employees is how come us to come out. I don't think wages have ever been an issue with us at the company either one. It's a fact that all the other issues that are labeled, something like maybe 28 different issues, pertains to health and welfare, job security, things of those nature. I don't think any of our people are unhappy with wages. I think it's the moral issue, see. It's the Labor Board, of course, is supposed to be investigating this thing. They have given some indication that we were right in the ways that we come out. And we worked, of course, 14 months without a strike. I think it was time to do something.
Coal miners, Joe. Two old guys went down to the mines. Yeah. Two old scabs, you might say. Yeah. Went down to the mines to get them a job. They had to go in front of the superintendent for an interview. So he called them in one at a time. He called this one guy in. He asked me, he says, "Son," said, "how long you been in the mines?" He said, "Oh," he said, 2 or 3 months. He said, "Well, how far in the mines have you been?"
All the way back.
Oh, he said, "I've been back there 300 or 400 feet." He said, "Son," said, I just don't believe you qualify." I said, "You ain't got enough time in the mine." So on his way out, he told his buddy, he said, "Now you be sure and tell them you've been way back in the mines, and you've been in the mines for a long time, you know." So he goes in there, and the super says, "Son," said, "how long you been in the mine?" "Oh, I've been in there 4 or 5 years, he said. "Well," he said, "how far back in the mines have you been?" He said, "Oh, 4 or 5 miles. "Well," he said, "what kind of lights did you use?" He said, "Oh, we didn't use no lights." He said, "I worked the day shift."
Friends or family that were divided on the issues now, they will heal. It won't heal the first day after the strike. It won't heal the second day. What heals it is not what you say, it's what you do.
But talking about the community, there's a division.
Correct.
The children in school are being divided between parents who are striking or parents who are non-union, being labeled scabs maybe. Is there no concern of the effect of what's happening to the basic the core of America, actually, which is the community, the children, work? Is this not causing a big effect on the children?
It absolutely is causing a big effect, but the entire country as a whole is in a tremendous transition right now. In, let's say, Boston, how does one set of children whose parents work at Seabrook Nuclear Power Station, how do they cope with their fellow classmates whose parents are anti-nuclear? This is the reality of life, and it's part of the maturing process that you have to learn to cope with it, you have to deal with it. You have to first understand and get the facts on both sides. But you shouldn't shirk it. I mean, that's one of the principles this country was founded on. You're entitled to your opinion.
And you tell me, what have the United Mine Workers done? All they've done is mine and produce coal and try to hold the miners' head up that they can walk these streets and dig in it, look people in the eye. Then we can send our children to school and give them an education and feed them, put clothes on their back. I tell you what you do. You go out here anywhere you want to go in these coal fields. We are proud people. You won't find a coal miner out here begging people, give me this, give me that. We want to work for our living. We don't want no handout from nobody.
If you had to explain to all American citizens who are unaware of what's going on, your message to them, what would you say to them?
I tell American people to be united, stand, hand in hand, because the corporate greed is going to stomp on us. Exactly what they're going to do. They want you, they promise you a snowball in July. I know they won't want to deliver it. They can deliver it, but they won't, because they after greed. That's all they're after. More money, more popularity, pats on the back. What a great man you are. And down on the employees that making them what they are.
And really what most average American wants is just food on his table, a job.
Food on the table, clothes on their back, and shoes on their feet. This is a normal, everyday living. That's all we ask for. I don't want no bank account. I ain't going to take nothing with me when I go. Lord said, just let each day provide for self. That's all we want. Let each day provide for self. Give us a job, let us work out our wages, let us support our family. That's all we ask for. But they won't do that.
I would give an immense amount to be able to sit down across from Mr. Bush, face to face, him and me, and him to tell me where he's taking this country, and I have the right to tell him where I think this country's going, because it's not the same path. His dream is not my dream. My dream is not a home in Nantucket and a home in Texas and a home in Florida. Mine is a nice home in Indiana, decent food on the table, and a grandson that can get a college education if he wants to. That's my dream. I'm a middle-class American, damn it, and I want to stay that way. I don't want to go up, and I don't want to go down. I want to stay right where I'm at, and I'm happy. And all I can say is, Mr. Bush, allow me just to stay where I'm at.
If you were able to now, Reverend Whitaker, to stand before them, what would you say to them?
Today,
Today,
I say,
right now.
fellas, have a heart. Just to get this disagreement over with and sign a contract, and let's get back to work. Love and unity and harmony like we were before. That's what I tell them. We need to come together. It takes two. The Bible says, how can two walk together except they be agreed? And how pleasant and how good it is for brethren to dwell together in unity and in love. It's like the ointment that was poured upon Aaron's head, and it run down even to the skirts of his garments. Now, it's good when everybody's peace. I don't wish no disaster or nothing on them. I just want them to open up their heart and let the love flow out that God put in there to their people. And that can't ask them too much. You think it is?
If they continue to strike and they are replaced, as you know, this area is pretty monogamous with its industry. I mean, it's just predominantly coal. So I would say that the opportunities for other employment staying here would be pretty limited. And there are other employment opportunities out of Southwest Virginia if they wanted to move. But if they wanted to stay in the coal industry, if it was not with the Pittston companies, I would say their opportunities would be pretty limited.